Well, let's see what's going on. The music. Is the music too loud? It is deafening. It's deafening to me. Let me know where the music sits compared to my voice. Gonna go down just a bit. Okay, hey. Thanks everybody for getting here for the start of the stream, those who made it. And if you're catching this video later on, thanks as usual for checking it out. And leave a comment. Those things help. They help the channel. They help me motivate myself to continue streaming and putting up videos on YouTube. But here we are, back at Kenshi, back with Sumo Khan. The music is fine. Thank you. Speaking of the music is fine, I have to make sure we don't have in-game music on. No, we don't. Okay. So if you've ever played Kenshi for any extended period of time, you'll know that the music, in-game music, does not play that frequently. Okay, so where we left off. Sumo Khan fought his way to the Foglands. We're here now, and we'll do a quick recap of his skills, his inventory. It's been a while since we last hopped into the world of Sumo Khan on the stream. So, I hope we never get stuck with the fly noise. Me either. I heard it early on in the stream, and I was concerned. Brief overview of the inventory, what we have and why we have it. If you're just catching this video and you're interested in trying out solo Ironmans, or you followed the stream all the way through and I haven't really talked about it yet, here it is. So with the inventory for your solo Ironman, I like to keep a dust coat. We keep the dust coat for the acid and the burning. I actually have a video tutorial just to explain. It's super quick, about 3-4 minutes. That explains all the weapons and the gear you should carry on your solo Ironman. We have spare rations in our thieves backpack. We have a bedroll. Never ever leave town without a bedroll in your solo game. We have a heavy weapon. In this case, this is for training, and we'll go over the skills here kind of simultaneously. So I have a ton of different weapons, and the idea on your solo Ironman, unless you're playing a themed solo Ironman game, is to try and train up every single weapon class, including crossbows. The only skill we avoid on solo Ironmans, because we have a little bit of self-respect, is assassination. Assassination being basically putting in a cheat code, right? Because assassination makes you just win the game. You can knock out absolutely everything in the game once stealth and assassination are at 100. Our attributes are not awesome. Again, there's guides out there to skyrocket your attributes. I might do a cheese guide on how to train your strength, toughness, dexterity, perception through the roof sometime in a very, very short amount of time. But as for the solo Ironman games that we stream here, I try and play thematically, right? So if he wouldn't do something, I'm not going to make him do it. Example, I'm not going to make him go, fight bandit groups again and again and again all the time because that's wearing heavy armor, because that's the best way to train toughness. Back to the gear while we kind of move a little bit out towards the fog. Paladin's Cross, Edge Type 2, that was stolen from the scrap house. I'm trying to train up my hackers with Sumo Khan, so he's swapped to the Paladin's Cross. It's good against armor and robots. So 50% against robots, 30% against armor. Even with the negative 10% damage done to humans, all your human opponents, endgame human opponents, are going to be heavy armor wearers. So in my mind, heavy armor wearers and robots, or robots that are also heavy armor wearers. So in my mind, the Paladin's Cross, Edge Type 2, Edge Type 3, if you can get the Meitu, the Tomato Paladin's Cross, in my opinion, it's the best weapon in the game. So we're here for princes. Sumo Khan heard rumors you know, there's princes in the fog. So now's the time. And we're also going to take this opportunity to train up our hackers against a wide array of opponents. We have 24 hackers. We're wearing terrible armor, and these people eat you. Rule number 1 about your solo Ironman: unless you are extremely competent and confident with your character's ability to escape, never fight things that can eat you. Fogman, not the worst. Oh, is that Beat? You're done. Okay, I need a chat vote if you get a chance of whether or not I should save Beat. I can take him back to town at least and stuff him in a bed. It's the wholesome thing to do. Okay, well, let's go get him before they do. He is bleeding inside his chest. He'll probably die, actually, if I don't heal him shortly. Sumo's a big boy, though. You must save him, please! Please save him! Alright, the popular vote is to save, so we'll do that. Let's keep an eye on his chest. If he doesn't start healing himself, I'll carry him. I'll carry him home to safety. He can only go to 75, right? Chest needs bandaging. It is slowly getting worse. I don't see any princes in this gaggle either. Another benefit to huge sweeping weapons like a Paladin's Cross on your solo playthroughs is, it was in the description. They're huge sweeping weapons. So you're going to get these opportunities to hit 3-4 opponents at a time. And depending on how many attack slots you have turned on, there's 3 or 5 attack slots turned on. In this playthrough, I believe it's 3. The reason for that, again, is I feel like Kenshi 2 is probably going to be going to a 3 or 5 attack slot model, given the popularity of those mods. I mean, any game developer would be kind of in, and I mean, I think that Lo-Fi is, based on their interaction with their community and stuff like that, that they're extremely aware of, you know, the popular mods and what would make their end game kind of better. So I'm going to try and run these, but I'm overweight, so on my solos I always run overweight, so I'm not that fast, and Beep is kind of weighing me down. Ooh, there's some battle going on up here though. Oh, we got some ninjas. We might be safe. Also, this is like way up there, way high. Top 10, top 5 things not to do on your solo game. Just run through the fog, ignoring your attackers. Where am I going? Where is the city? Oh, I completely passed it. Oh, man. Sacrifice yourself for Beat. Am I going to be able to break out if they capture? Sumo Khan, you know, he's fearless, unstoppable, indomitable. Really, this is his Foglands, right? These are his Fog Islands. Just, they don't know it yet, so. That's all we have to say about that. Okay, let's fix up Beep here. Because, okay, we're gonna have to put him down. And he's healed. And I'll take him up. I wonder if I can put him in one of the ninja beds and they won't attack him or hurt him. We'll see. I'm gonna pop Sumo Khan into one and put it on top speed so we can heal up. And back to the skills. So, and then we're going to go over the plan, kind of, you know, the plan for this stream. So right now, he's trying to collect bounties. He's trying to raise his hackers. He realizes he needs to train with the new weapon because the last time I encountered robots, they trashed him. It's also going to be extremely useful for his melee defense and attack stats. His toughness is 83, so I'm not too worried about getting beat up. I mean, the absolute worst case scenario is that they bite off his legs. Or his arm. Actually, worst case scenario is his arms. Legs, we can work with legs. We can crawl away in the night with legs. It's arms. If he can't pick locks, we're kind of done for. So in the interest of trying to conserve a little bit of weight here, I think if I take out... if I take these out... Can I just destroy these things? Put them on the ground for a sec? Then this bag should get a little bit lighter. I'm still super overweight. It's because the armor. It's absolutely the armor. I could run a little lighter with the armor, but then I'd take more body damage. Instead, I'll keep the crossbow on standby, is what I'll do. I might even be able to put this in here because it's empty. Even better. That's perfect. I'll bring a crossbow back. How would you get your legs eaten and survive? A part of me really hopes I have an opportunity to demonstrate that. A larger part hopes I don't. It's all in the reflexes. All right. I think I just said something about going over skills, then completely abandoned that. Toughness, dexterity. Another thing I wanted to do is train my dexterity up, and the Paladin's Cross has pretty high cut damage. Cut damage will train your dexterity. Save it for the self-peel. Alisanti, that's another thing we're doing here, is a self-peel. We're not there yet, unfortunately. If I was actively training Sumo Khan, like, you know, if I had half a mind to go self-peel as soon as I could in a solo game, none of these are princes, I don't think. The quickest way to tell if you're fighting a prince is they have a katana. They're usually associated with, like, surrounded by heavies. The big hammerhead shark-looking hivers. But in lieu of that, they're just hivers carrying katanas, usually. Unless you've got some mods on which switch their weapons. And if you're catching this stream, I did have a comment on the last stream, one of the Sumo Khan streams. Somebody was asking about the rule set for playing solo Ironman. I'm gonna go over that, and I think after the stream, I might even add it to the description, right at the outset of the description of every single solo Ironman stream. But just to kind of rehash the rules, I know some of you guys have come in later, and some people hanging out here have been watching me stream Kenshi for a long time before I trotted on over to YouTube. So the basic rules for a solo Ironman. Rule number 1, you get like no saves, no save and load, right? So absolutely no save scumming. Rule number 2, minimal cheese. Unfortunately, in a solo game, some things are impossible almost not to cheese. I'll try and give examples of that, but as little cheese as possible. And when I say cheese, I mean things like robbing repeatedly from a skeleton vendor because you know that they won't chase you out of their shop, and you can just rob them blind and sell their stuff literally back to them or to the store next door without any repercussion whatsoever. You know, it's a super fast way to make 100,000 cats. So none of that stuff. Rule number 3 would be that you are allowed to have dogs, pack animals. I mean, if you want to be a solo Ironman dog master, I even think that's awesome. You'll be able to run a lot of situations with 3 or 4 or 5 bone dogs, but it adds a whole other kind of gameplay mode to everything when you've only got one, your solo Ironman character, right? It kind of becomes dog management. Do I have enough food? Do I have enough enemies to feed them? So you are allowed to have pets. And I would say that, now this is me personally, but because of the nature of Kenshi and the nature of a solo Ironman, so this is my rule number 4, would be right here under gameplay. It's going to be Squad size multiplier, 1.25. I can't move this menu over, otherwise I would. And global population multiplier, that's number of NPC squads, 3.5. If you go all the way up to 4, it's pretty... You run into a lot of errors, I find. This is kind of the magic area for squad size and global pop multiplier, to not run into too many scenarios where you've got, you know, hivers fighting United Cities guys, because there were so many of them that they auto-pathed into their shop after closing time. Just to recap, and I hope my short-term memory is good enough. No save and load. No save scumming. Pets are allowed. Global pop turned up. Squad pop turned up. And as minimal cheese as possible. As little cheese. As minimal English as you can. Where are the Fogmen at? I wonder if we can zoom it. Oh, there's a nest. There's kind of a nest this way. I see the torches. So they usually come back to their nests, and occasionally these are where the princes hang out. I don't know if I can steal a little bit of healing. Maybe if I take a nap here. We might be able to find some prisoners even. Now, that said, the primary rule of a solo Ironman is to just have fun. And you know what? If you get attached to a character because you played him for 39 hours and he was your perfect solo Ironman, you know, sometimes you accidentally sneeze and hit Alt F4 and you just gotta go back to your last save because the game crashed. But I promise you'll find more enjoyment, more satisfaction in your Kenshi playthroughs if you don't do that. I insist. It can be hyper frustrating sometimes but I mean, at least it's chosen frustration. You know, frustration's not so bad if you're choosing to subject yourself to it. And I've been there. I mean, I don't know if Dextros is watching right now. I've got a couple, like I said, I've got a couple guys in chat that have been watching me Kenshi for a long time. And I've had some fairly long playthroughs just suddenly end. It's not that bad. And when you do stumble upon a successful and cool solo Ironman character and you've had a chance to work through a story and play him the way you wanted to, it's extremely rewarding when you accomplish, I mean, what in a normal game of Kenshi would not be a monumental task. I think that's one of the highlights of playing a solo Ironman, is that when you accomplish something. I mean, take out the Dust Bandits, kill the Dust King, take in that bounty. Doing that alone is awesome. It's an awesome kind of game win feeling. We're gonna put this on 2-time and hope the Khan can handle it. And I'm not looking at his life. So this isn't a rule, but this is a preference. No microwing. I think that falls under cheese. So when I say microwing, I'm gonna demo it just for a sec, in case you want to cheese. But so when I say microwing, I mean this. So I can lead these guys and just wait till they swing. So they're gonna swing and I'm just gonna move, right? They're gonna swing and I'm just gonna move. Doesn't matter if I'm tired, exhausted, or anything. And I can do this all day. I can even turn around and I'll get opportunities to hit them. Boom. So I can get opportunities to swing at them and just move away. Again, and again, and again, right? So don't do that. I let the fights happen. What I will do is close with archers. I mean, that's a sensible thing, right? That your character would do. He would close with archers. But in these scenarios, I'm not going to kite an entire group of people. Run back, turn around, swing. Run back, turn around, swing. I'm going to let the fights play out. I'm going to run when I need to run. But I won't kite. Even when I was carrying Beep, for instance, I could have sat there and just gone back and forth. But that's something else that I think will bring a lot of value to your play. It makes the game harder. But it's one of those, it's right up there with exploits. I mean, you know you're getting the enemy to swing. But if you're running, like to run, I don't know, it's tough. It's so lame. It's one of those emergency decisions, I guess. Oh, somebody's putting up a fight out there. Who's this guy? Never mind. Never mind, he's dead. So, right, the issue is that they're gonna, if they beat up the Khan's legs, then I can't even run away. Devastating. I'm already hitting 70s. I mean, these guys are unarmored. It's not that bad. I mean, it's not that huge necessarily, but it's good news. What's his hackers at? 33. So just watching this fly up. 57%. It seems to be like 1% per hive or hit. Ooh, stomach. So stomach's a bad one, because if he goes unconscious due to stomach damage, or rather, if stomach goes down to 0, he goes unconscious, right? Refresher, head, stomach, chest, any of your 3 vital parts go down to 0, you go unconscious no matter how tough your character is. Ooh. I think we're okay, actually. Like, I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good about this. They might get a couple more. It's kind of death by paper cuts when fighting hivers. Well, Fogmen, specifically, because they have terrible clubs. Ooh. Well, there's a million of them, though. There are a million of them. Ooh, I think it's high time we retreat, actually. Chest. I'm bleeding inside my chest, and Mongrel is far away. This is great. No. It's the running of the Fogmen. It's moments like this I wish that YouTube didn't copyright music. Give you copyright warnings for using other music. Or mute the video. Ooh, I'm not even gonna look. I don't want to know how close he is to being unconscious. He's running. Oh, all the close. He's as close as it gets to be. Are you kidding me? I just walked into an assembly of Fogmen. That shinobi guard is dead. You are about to be taken, my friend. I would love to help. That was insane. Came over the hill to about 150 Fogmen. You leave me no choice but to use. He's trying to eat you. Use force. Severed arms, and this would be a. There you go. Add reinforcement to my Bone Dog Solo Ironman playthrough. Get 7 or 8 Bone Dogs. Come to the Foglands and train a Bone Dog army. And you'll have, and just stockpile limbs in a pack animal. Okay. So he's pretty beat up. Let's heal up. Head back into the Thieves' Tower. Who is this dude? You're not a part of the Thieves Guild. I also recommend that you join the Thieves Guild in every solo Ironman playthrough. All that it does is provide you a kind of safety net in every single city. If you accidentally, piss off the guards, it's always a benefit to join the Thieves Guild, kind of no matter what your situation. Doing a solo run at the moment. The 90 plus toughness grind is real. Yeah. So the easiest way to you're gonna have to tell me. Do you want the easy way to do that, or do you want to do it organically? I prefer the organic way, but there's a really easy way to train your toughness up. Let's see what kind of activity we've got going on outside in the town. Focus in on the Khan here. This game, I was watching kind of a Kenshi 2 update video. I was thinking about putting one of those together since I follow Kenshi 2 news so closely. But I was watching a little tidbit, and I guess they're saying that they're really expanding the sort of way that cities work and city construction. I hope I'm saying this right. Chikai. I did it organically so far. I know the cheese. Yeah, good. Organic is the best way to do it. And I don't know how your solo's going. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. I was about to give you some suggestions to make it more fun, but who knows? You might already be on it. I wish he would heal a little more quickly at 83 toughness. His wound degeneration speed is 0.31. Oh, is this unfortunately timed swamp music? I think it is. Whew. Everybody's favorite song. My least favorite. Oh, that's why he's not healing even a little bit. I think I was about to be carried away by a Fogman. This is why you should always watch your solo Ironman character while he sleeps. I 100% probably almost got carried away by a Fogman. I think what we need is better armor. Okay, we have specialist grade samurai plate, high grade unholy chest plate, specialist fog mask, and high grade dark leather shirt. Never ever give up the wooden sandals. If you can go with one robotic leg instead of two, do that. The sandals provide you an insane combat speed bonus. I know it doesn't seem insane, but when put up against characters that don't have this little 1.05 times combat speed enhancement, and it offsets the combat speed effect from samurai leg plates, which we also need to get rid of. I cannot stand these pants. I know that samurai armor is the best armor in the game, but it's never about meta. It's always about the rule of cool. Having said that, we are in a prime position to run through Loot Bag. Did I mark something on the map called Loot Bag? We're going back. This is I should have rewatched the last stream. If I left Loot Bag out here, what a mission. Either way, we're in a prime position to head to the Armor King. See if we can run it out. If we come upon some fogmen, we'll take them out on the way. Actually, I think that loot bag marker, if there is a bag there, I'm not sure that there is really. I think it looks like I got it back because I've got a wooden backpack currently. And I have 100,000 cats or something. So it looks like I got my loot bag back intact. But we'll find out. John I.O. No Pants Run. Free Willy. That was a great movie, by the way. I mean, I feel terrible for what they, you know, the whale and all, but... Shikai says, it's a skelly run, so relatively easy, pretty vanilla too. I've just come off of 200 plus hours of Genesis, trained up on Fogmen, then moved on to big things, now doing hit and runs on the Holy Nation. Loot bag. That is, I'm a genius. So, loot bag is a building, and I used it as a map marker. Is a great idea. Okay, this just in. How to map marker. Building blueprint can be tagged on the map because they look like villages and you can name them. Oh man. 2 months ago, Daniel? Very smart guy. But seriously, we need to get out of here. We're going to the Armor King. Easiest way would be up here. We're going to go to the Armor King, re-equip, and return. So is your character... Do you have kind of a backing story for your character? So that's kind of what I was going to get at in terms... The way that I find... Oh, we might have to stand and fight. Why can I still hear flies? It's just driving me crazy. But the way I was going to suggest to really kind of add another layer of enjoyment to your solo Ironman is to tie a story to your character. Whatever that story is, just come up with a reason, an aim, and play your character towards that aim. I mean, skeleton attacking the Holy Nation seems pretty cut and dry to me. Seems like a great, really easy kind of imagination fuel there. Getting some assistance. You can never escape them. Couldn't even lay down and escape them, apparently. To help or not to help? You know what? Nobody wants to be in the Foglands. But if this guy attacks me, he's making a big mistake. We're gonna heal him up. I'll heal him up. Give him a fighting chance. How's about this dude? Same thing. I mean, you're probably gonna get eaten. I'm really probably just wrapping the Fogmen's next meal. Kind of like a baked potato, except it's a baked hungry bandit. Flies are here to stay until reload. We'll prove that wrong. Actually, if that's the case, I might do a quick save and reload on the spot. I don't hear him right now. I think we're good. I think I actually just walked near some bodies kind of unknowingly. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Do we have a prince up there? They're kind of just walking, doing their thing. Nah, it's just Fogmen. I mean, Sumo Khan looks like a snack to these people. Soft. ST, you heading to Mongrel. I just left Mongrel. We're kind of doing the dance of the fog song here, and then we are headed to the Armor King. I mean, Sumo Khan's armor is trash, right? He's working here with outdated equipment, even though he's got the money. One of my sincere hopes for Kenshi 2 is that, you know, they allow you some means of tracking. Like, I wish I could hit a menu right now and figure out which city I own a house in. Kind of the same way when you place a when you place a structure, right? When you place a structure, it leaves a marker on the map and lets you know where your house is and what area. So I kind of wish that, or I hope that in Kenshi 2, they allow you some menu where you can track where you own a home and stuff like that. I sometimes go a little bit of time between playing Kenshi, and I do a lot in the course of the stream. And they get pretty hectic. I mean, I have a lot of great plans, but they almost never come to fruition. So I wish there was some kind of tracking mechanism built into the game. I mean, I could just write them down, I guess. The old pen and paper. I'm afraid if I tab between the game and a notepad too many times, it'll just crash. Okay. I can help these guys. We can help each other. I don't know if we can, actually. That's a lot of fog people. Yeah, they just kind of stand in T-pose. They're not sure. I'm actually free? I don't know if this is going to work out in the Khan's favor here. We're aiming for up here. We're aiming for up. Oh, let's take him into, what's this place called? Obedience? Let's take him into obedience. Is it obedience? Let's take him into obedience. Chikai, it's a pretty general, I can't read apparently. It's pretty generic story-wise. One skeleton against a holy nation. The difference is this time it will be just one skeleton instead of me making a skeleton army like I have before. They are a favorite target of players in their playthroughs. I mean, they're easy to dislike for all the right reasons. I think we're gonna have to just sit here and put down the fog uprising here. Sumo Khan's gonna cleanse the fog like a ray of sunlight. A ray of Khan light. Sumo Khan light. He's just toying with them now. Taking his time. Systematic. Looking for limbs. Claiming souls for the afterlife. See, this is kind of my favorite way to watch Kenshi fights unfold, right? Slow motion, well, regular speed. Maybe add a camera pan. Oh, you think you can run from the Khan? You absolutely can. Look at this dude. He eats way too much. But these guys, selectively hamstrung. Another. Well, the plan to take them all into obedience is kind of out the window. We were all friends a minute ago. Sad what living in the wastelands of Kenshi does to you. Makes you turn on your fellow man, even when you're 30 feet away from an army of cannibals. It also seems like I made a shelter somewhere in the Deadlands, so that's pretty cool. These flying robots have always been interesting to me. It's like they're kind of just living out the last command they were given on repeat, even though the buildings and structures are all gone. Oh, that's not good. It looks like some of my mods are having issues. I have a mod list up on, I think, almost all my other streams except this one because I forgot to bring it. I forgot to copy and paste it in. Oh, now is your time. Sumo Khan versus the Irons. 101. You don't stand a chance. Leave my arm alone, though. Sort him out, Sumo. He's going for those arms. You're done. Do we need the metal? Electrical components? We'll take the components. What? Oh, you know what? We should take the metal, too. So, let's do this. Let's do this. I have no idea what I'm doing, actually. This. Nope. This. Now, this is going to make me extremely heavy, but there's really no alternative when you're playing a solo Ironman, right? You need to have a means of carrying stackables. So I'm going to put all these med kits, both of these things. You need to have a means of carrying stackables, and most of the time that looks like a wooden backpack. As this playthrough progresses, we're going to go after the orange backpack kept by a couple of the shopkeepers. You have to keep an eye on it. An eye out for it, rather, because I'm not too sure where it spawns. Or if it spawns on the same NPC consistently, even. Hopefully we can splint this left arm up a bit. There we go. Big splint. Master Splinter. And so what that looks like is it's a much larger version of the Thieves Backpack with stackable slots. And we'll get there. It's all part of the kind of the solo Ironman process. This is only the ninth Sumo Khan stream for this character. And again, we're not playing for cheese. We're not playing to set land speed records on accomplishment. All we're doing is kind of playing out a character's story, and that meant taking him into places he should never have been at a low level. Surviving them, learning lessons the whole time. And now it means that, you know, even though he's super tough and we could just strap on some armor and speed train, he's still just going to keep playing out this character story until he's tough enough. This is going to be kind of lame, but I am about to swim up a river to get to the Armor King. Ninth and already a legend. The Khan, he was born a legend. I mean, even at 0 skills. No, I've had a ton of fun on this playthrough. I'm not sure how we're going to wrap it up. I'm not sure how I'm going to round it out. I mean, obviously he's going to die because it's a solo Ironman and they all die. Do I want to fight 3 robots? Like, this is a terrible idea, right? But I want to fight 3 robots. Sumo Khan is challenging Jakku and gang to a battle to the death. A duel, if you will. Let's round this out. Let's have a cinematic. I don't know what's happening. We can't go that way. We need to go up. Oh. Khan of Khans. Uh-oh. We're getting some chop. Done. Like, what would Sumo Khan say to you? Looks like it's time for an oil change. That's a Sumo Khan original line, just in case anybody was wondering. I wish you could get a mod that would let you write personal dialogue for your character. So, if you don't have robotic limbs, you're playing a solo Ironman, you're a Greenlander, even if you're a female Greenlander or you're an Ashlander, carry the holy flame, and you should be able to talk your way out of most gnarly situations with the Holy Nation. If you have a robotic limb, I hope it's not a leg. Take it off, put it in a backpack, and you can go through the Holy Nation with impunity. Otherwise, they're going to chase you all over Hell's Half Acre and say you're a skeleton and that you should die. If these guys aren't going to die, I'm just here to loot them, and then we're going to return them to full health using their health kits. Sumo Khan is an opportunist. He's a highwayman. He's a stud, but he is not a murderer. So we're going to bring these guys back up to full health. Hope that they don't destroy me. You're okay. This guy's at 28 toughness. What does 28 toughness look like for his negative 27, but he's bleeding? So we're going to heal this dude up, just so his head doesn't bleed out, because I took all their med kits. And he should be fine now. And this guy is also not fine. I will fix him up. We drifted off Kenshi music for a second. Don't worry. We're back. Don't become professional martial artists now. Have I never been to the Armor King with this? Has Sumo Khan never been to the Armor King? What? Come on, guys. Alright, sorry. Okay, well, we're gonna have to put him down a little more thoroughly here. They'll be fine. So in this case, I'm gonna leave whoever survives the hardest with a health kit, so he can help his friends. Yeah, because that guy's dead. For sure, that guy's dead. UK. No, he's fine. He's fine. Where's this guy, though? This guy's... No, where's the guy I hit in the head? Negative 117. We're going to repair his head and then leave him with a repair kit. Hopefully that's enough to help your friends and you don't just use it to help yourself. Oh, your friend's fine. Okay. At least they had the good sense to walk off this time. Oh, there's another one. 1, 2. Oh, okay, look. Deserka of the skeletons. Good. He's coming to heal his friends. Okay, that's fine. I'm leaving. I just wanted a couple swords to sell to the Armor King. Good, though. They'll all survive. No harm, no foul. I mean, they did try to... Okay, so look at this. I don't know if you guys can see this. If I start clicking down here... So there's a... There's always skeletons, and they walk along the bottom of the rivers, right? There's always skeletons that will path. If you just click down the river and let it go, there will always be skeletons pathing under the water here. So you have to watch for that sort of thing. It's actually in my first Kenshi guide. I think it was my solo Ironman quick start guide. When I really, really tried to put effort into a YouTube video. And you'll notice that the character I'm playing, it's actually one of my first solo Ironmans, Scotch, and he is swimming above a lake filled with skin spiders. So there's a lot of creatures in the game that don't actually swim, right? They just walk along the bottom. And they're hard to see. Blood spiders are another one. Basically, I don't think any animal actually swims. I think it's just humans. Just any race that the character can pick. Any bipedal creature. I might even be reaching with that one. I've never even tried to get a cleanser to swim. I imagine they would just sink, though, because they're like walking battleships. Armor King, saving lives with armor ring. Alright, let's do it. Hopefully. Ooh, will I be able to sell those swords to him? I think he's... Fencing chance, 22%. Never mind, he'll attack me because the skeletons are his friends. Okay, so we cannot sell the swords that we took back to the Armor King, unfortunately. I can make a huge amount of money off him in the Holy Nation, though. Let's look at what the Armor King has to offer. I do not want samurai armor. It's terrible. It's boring. Everybody has samurai armor because it's the best armor in the game. Oh, only high grade. If that had been masterwork or specialist, I would have been very, very happy. 90, 70, 90. So the reason that a lot of the other armors suck, right? Like mercenary plate, perfect example. Look at all those negative modifiers. I mean, I think that unholy chestplate is way worse. And samurai armor, actually samurai armor is terrible too. So I think you kind of got to weigh the balance. The hat. A masterwork iron hat? That's... You think that would be Sumo Khanish? I mean... It's pretty Sumo Khan. There's no way! Samurai armor, I don't want it. Ooh, what about this? I could be like Sasuke or Naruto with a ninja blink, metal thing on my head. You know what I'm trying to say here. You know what? I say we go for the Raiden hat, but look at this. Look at this. 33... 56, 90, dust and gas, 100. 51, so 33, 56, 33, 56. This is 51, 73. That's better. Cut resistance efficiency, 90, 80. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do the hat. We got to keep the fog mask, unfortunately. So... Fog mask is part of the kit. There's absolutely no getting away from the fog mask. Let's compare this white plate jacket, maybe. I think Sumo Khan actually looks like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man if he wears that white plate jacket, though. But let's compare this. 28, 49, 70. It doesn't even hold a candle to it, right? And harpoon resistance 53, harpoon resistance 27. I really like the unholy chestplate. I don't want to ditch that. So let's look here at our shirt options. Dark leather shirt, high grade, 15, 23, 50. What's the difference? It's 22, 35, 50. 15, 33, 60. 18, 40, 60. Stealth, crossbow, dodge, combat speed, and none of those negatives. I think what we'll do is we'll upgrade our dark leather shirt to a masterwork one. So, basically, I want to try and limit his skill negative. Oh, man. He looks like a JoJo character right now. I can't handle this. Okay. You cannot. I am deadly. He is deadly. I think we could take him, though. Maybe not right now. Alright, well, we've barely upgraded our armor. In a lot of ways, I think we went down. But we're going to head back to the Foglands. On our way, though, I think what we're going to do is we're going to run the swamp and we're going to go through Obedience. I believe this is called Obedience. I think we're going to get a lot more value for our hacker training, fighting some of the skeletons down in Obedience and a lot of the iron spiders. The hat. The hat makes a huge difference to the Khan's look. That mask was really panning out for a while. We have to keep the fog mask, right? We have to keep the fog mask because it's got 100% gas resistance. And I know the places where there's toxic gas are very specific. But I talked about it in my solo Ironman guide, equipment guide as well. You never know when you're going to get into a situation where the only way out is through the poisonous gas portions of the map. And it happens more often than I'd like to admit. But I think, kind of back to what I was talking about the Kenshi 2 video, I think it'd be awesome to really... if I did a video and brought everybody up to speed on where Kenshi 2's at in its development stages, what sort of stuff we can expect from the game, what we know so far. I've been having a blast with these streams and talking about it, and a lot of conjecture about what's coming with Kenshi 2. But I think it'd be really cool to educate, especially everybody who's hanging out and watching the streams, on what we can expect from the game so far. Like what we know, based on what we know so far. I was talking a big game about being able to just roll up on iron spiders, because this thing is messing me up. My poor left arm has been splinted more than it hasn't been splinted. Upside, lots of steel plates and electrical components. We could build windmills for days. It's also something else worth undertaking in your solo Ironman. I'm going to try to do it with Sumo Khan here. We're going to tackle kind of a solo camp. Ooh, the left arm. I'm worried about it. Building a base and managing that as a solo character. And I mean kind of everything. Like, ideally, we can get to a point where Sumo Khan's making his own ration packs and kind of kitting himself out before he heads out on one crazy adventure. Now, I think that's all we're going to grab for steel plates. I can't really see needing more than 19. Hopefully we come upon ruins or something that has some building material to contribute to that sort of stockpile. And this is why we carry a bed. Always carry a bedroll on your solo games. Alice Santi, where do you find Kenshi 2 news? All the lo-fi posts on Steam, you know, they come with updates. They come with on the lo-fi forums, YouTube videos, Kenshi Reddit. Subreddit rather. There's a lot of information floating around out there. There's a lot of conjecture floating around out there. So I think what I intend to do is maybe a little investigation. Might even make a phone call or two. Who knows? Let's get crazy. Send an email or 5. And see if I can get some specific details about what's coming. Because that'd be awesome, I think. That'd be awesome to toss that into a nice structured sort of update news video. I mean, that'd be something else that would really help me. If anybody watching this right now, if anybody who's going to be watching this stream later, interested in Sumo Khan, interested in Kenshi 2, wants to comment after the video is done, after the stream's done, after you're done watching, let me know what kind of questions you'd like answered about Kenshi 2, and I'll do as much digging as I can. Lucky. Did you see that? 2 popped him twice in the chest, 105 damage. This is why the Paladin's Cross is the best late game weapon for your solo Ironman, hands down. You're fighting cleansers, you're fighting Catlon. You know, everybody's crazy but you, because you've got the Paladin's Cross. You're chewing through their armor, you're chewing through their robotics. You're like John Connor, and you're stopping D-Day. Did they call it D-Day in Terminator? I can't remember. I want to say like H-Hour. I'm pretty sure it was D-Day for Doomsday because it's when Skynet launched the missiles. Oh, now I just want to go on a deep dive into watching every Terminator movie that's ever been released. I did that with Predator recently. Highly recommended. Judgment Day. Thank you, Judgment Day. Okay, guys, this is why we always carry a bedroll. His arm, left arm, we've got a splint on it. Everything looks pretty good, but he's not healing quickly enough. Camp, and every time you build a camp, look, rule of cool, right? The rule of cool is the first rule of Kenshi. We're going to sleep beside the corpse of one of our enemies defeated. Campfire. Never skimp on the campfire. Campfire in the corpse of an iron spider to hide the smoke. Just enough to light the evening. And a little iron spider oven, if you will. Maybe we're making a couple sumo encanladas. You know? Predator 2 is highly underrated. Listen, no offense to Danny Glover, but Predator 2 sucked. Hear me out. Hear me out. The only good part of Predator 2, and not because it was the end, but was the end, right? When you kind of got this idea. The only redeeming part of Predator 2 was when you got this kind of backstory, this idea that predators have been on Earth, you know, and they live for a very long time because he has a pirate's pistol. That was kind of one of the defining moments, right, of Predator 2. He's got a pistol, like a flintlock pistol. But Predator 2 sucked. It was terrible. I don't know how few minutes we can spend on character development and how many minutes we can spend panning around a deep freezer in one movie before you lose an audience. Scotch Samurai's movie critiques. The idea here is just to get his arm healed up just a little bit. I think 50, 60, start running again through obedience, head down into the Foglands. But this is why you always keep a camp bed, because it provides you a faster means of healing and allows you an opportunity to rest your character up so you're not relying on splints and other things. As you progress in your solo Ironman, you have to rest less and less. But early on, especially early on. And even though I'm at 83 toughness, my combat stats aren't that great, and my armor is at best mediocre. And we don't have an ideal carriage system here. I'm overloaded all the heck. I can't run very quickly. You know what I mean? This armor, this whole setup is not yet optimized. It's good, but it's not yet optimized. And so there's a lot more resting kind of in the initial stages of a solo Ironman. Chikai. Nah, man, it's one of those films they couldn't make today. It's the lethal weapon of Predator movies. Even Gary Busey put in a good performance. I'm not saying the performances weren't good. This story was absolute dog water. Like, it was terrible. Never would a Predator hit up a city development. I mean, especially if you've read any of the Predator fiction, watch the other Predator movies. That's just not a Predator thing to do. They wouldn't go to, skyscrapers and... No, absolutely not. And I'm not like a Predator nerd here, okay? Even though I just had a minor Predator nerd moment. No, Predator 2 is trash. You won't change my mind. Predators was a good movie. Who was in that? The pianist, what's his name? Oh, I always forget his name for absolutely no reason. Adrian Brody. Adrian Brody in Predators? It's like he was competing with Keanu Reeves to not act with very much emotion, but it was amazing. I never said Predators had a story. I'm just saying it's amazing. No, you want the highest quality cinematography, storytelling, directing, and producing ever to come out of that era. You look to the movie Fifth Element. Okay? Never have you seen a finer example of cinema than the movie Fifth Element. Original idea, stellar cast, okay? Fantastic action and special effects that hold up now in 2023. Go watch Fifth Element again and tell me those special effects don't hold up. They absolutely do. This is why we have the Paladin's Cross, so Sumo Khan can wage war on the broken skeletons, the old machines, the skeletons of the old world. More or less, anyways. The Ashlands are populated entirely by murderous machines, and inevitably, as you approach Kenshi Endgame, you end up down in the Ashlands. And that's where the Paladin's Cross really shines. That's where heavy armor is an absolute necessity. You fight Catlon, you fight a Cleanser, you fight any of the high-end skeletal enemies, you need heavy armor. Right now, I'm having a blast with Sumo Khan's loadout, but this dark leather shirt's going to become heavy armor. This unholy chest plate's going to become something bigger and better, or at least masterwork. This iron hat's hopefully going to become a tin can, Paladin's hat. And I don't know about these samurai leg plates. I want to get rid of them. I'm not using any armor mods, though. Fifth Element and Last Action Hero are my favorites of that, obviously for different reasons. Last Action Hero was amazing. The video game for Super Nintendo was one of my favorites. Oh, I might be dating myself. I don't know if that last action hero was for Super Nintendo or if it was for NES. Oh, we got the Kenshi banger. I didn't hear this earlier. So this is with World Pop almost at 400%. This is why when I was going over kind of the way I play Solo Ironman, the Solo Ironman rules I use, 3.5, it's a happy zone and prevents a lot of the bugs and errors you're going to run into if you crank it to max pop. But as you can see, it's still fairly empty. I mean, when you get to the outskirts, I wouldn't even say I'm in the outskirts. I'm kind of like in the Fog Islands here, and there's nothing. So having a much higher population, global population, I think is extremely important if you want to enjoy your Kenshi playthrough. The world won't feel as empty or as dead. I mean, if it's not going to melt your PC, then definitely crank up the global population. This kind of looks like a prime location for a Fogman camp. There's at least one. We're looking for fog princes here. Okay. Okay, more than one. Look at that, light on his toes. He's got a fresh shirt on. ST, what a fantastic synopsis for Last Action Hero. It blasts you out of the real world onto the silver screen and back again in 7 levels of non-stop action. Running Man, another fantastic film. Oof. No, there hasn't been a single Fog Prince, and that's not for lack of trying. I mean, Sumo Khan's probably killed at least 100 Fogmen so far, so... They're tough to find. I mean, and when you run into one, you start running into a ton, which is odd. Yeah, walk away. Oh, they can't attack me. Their right arms are destroyed. Don't waste your time, Sumo. Oh, you know what I could actually do? Disregard. You do some management here. Inventory management. A lot of a Solo Ironman game, by the way, is just inventory management. Okay, how am I going to do this? We need to get this into here. Really want to sell those swords. I should have sold those swords. I'm keeping the swords. Forget it. We don't need to kill the Fogman with a crossbow. Let's try here. I mean, I can't. You can't get much deeper into the fog than this. Bring on the princes. How about you? Are you Prince? Fogman, Fogman. Ooh, choppy. There must be a million of them behind me or something. Just working his way through them. Did those look like... Oh! Okay, we got a heavy. I was about to say, did those look like heavies? If we got a heavy, we might have a prince nearby. Night. I hit him in the head a bunch of times. Okay. Any princes. Those look like heavies, and they usually walk near a prince. These guys all say following leader back there. Is there a prince ahead of them? Fog heavy, worshipping, Fogman. Fog heavy, fog man, fog... If they're worshipping and they're walking this way, I'm going to fight my way through this crowd. We'll get the Khan to fight his way through this crowd here and then keep going. They've got to be down there near the Screaming Man. There's usually a prince kind of leading those. Oh, he's being eaten alive. Should I help him? Let's go try and save him. I can't outrun these guys, actually. Oh, this is terrible. Gurgle. Oh no. This is terrible. I mean, they must be really taking their time with this guy. I can't believe he's still alive. Like, hang on, champ. We're coming. Get away. Off the edge. No, I think he's dead. I didn't get there in time. I mean, I was probably just gonna lean over the edge and... Oh, he might still be alive. There's some over there. We can still save somebody. Oh, Sumo Khan's chest is bleeding inside. This isn't gonna go well for the Khan. Okay. Double check the stats. Hacker's at 39. We need to do something about this. I'm thinking we maybe swap to one of these no-dachis. And get a little crazy. Damage versus humans. These guys don't wear heavy armor. I know we're out here to train hackers. But... double no-dach time. Come on. How can I not target this thing? Sumo will be fine. By the way, I don't know why the game's exploding. Time to fight. See, I don't know if it's worth it. You know, the damage isn't there. He's hitting for 50s. He's hitting faster, don't get me wrong. But he's taking more hits. Now, they are going to die. The difference is they're going to die. Because the katana, or the no-dash, is going to do so much cut damage. He's going down here. The katana does so much cut damage that these guys are going to bleed out if they go down. Ooh. Now, especially since they're in eating people mode, this is going to be interesting. I might get a little eaten here. Which will really put my plans to self-peel out the window. You know, I should have brought an entire suite of mechanical limbs. So the katana's good, but should we be No, look at that bleed damage. It's insane. It's insane. We're just going to stick with it. I mean, I think I'd be dropping them en masse if I had the Paladin's Crosshead or even the Plank. What are my heavy weapons at? So heavy weapons are at 37, 39, 42. You know what? Let's try the... Should we try the Plank? Nah, back to the cross, for sure. Back to the cross. And... yeah, no, we're good. We're good. We're not good! We're not good! He's about to become a Shishka Khan. Khan kebab. Oh, somebody's putting up the good fight in the woods over here. Those people are not putting up. Oh my. There's a lot of them in here. Okay, this is trouble. We're heading towards the reeds and the I wouldn't want to carry me either. Now that we're getting real about it. Go, Sumo Khan, go. No! Don't you do it. Oh no. 0 chest fights. Ugh. I'm getting tired. The Khan's a little too big for these weak fogmen. A little too heavy. Stop doing this. Not only do they try and eat you, they torment you. Oh, I think we're coming to Snack Town. No, we skipped the current eating pole. Okay, I mean, really, this will just give us some time to heal up. I think this weak, pathetic fogman is going to get too tired and put him down, though. Right onto a stake, maybe. No, this isn't great. Okay. Da, da, da. Okay, bye. That wasn't the right stick. Here we go. Back to and Crunch Town. Wow, there's a lot of these guys. Do you think they have some kind of community? Well, this is unfortunate. So listen, I don't think we need anything at all that's in this bag except for crossbow bolts. And goodbye. Oh, encumbrance 60. You have got to be kidding me. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to bring my encumbrance down, way down, and get the heck out of dodge. So this is 24 kg. That's about as heavy as a sword gets. We're going to plunk this right in here. And hopefully we can run faster than Fogmen. Not really. Let's keep going. Let's bring the weight down. If we can get the weight down, goodbye. Goodbye. Survival, more important than gear. Always, always, always remember that in your solo game. This weighs 1 kg. We're taking everything heavy. This weighs 4. It's going in. This thing weighs 2. It's staying on me, so we actually have a weapon. Range. Let's see if we can do a ranging here. This can come out. This weighs 1. This weighs 3. It's all about bringing it down, down, further down. Lightweight now. I should be able to... Oh, unless I hit a dead end. Run away. How much does the fog mask weigh? This thing looks heavy. This weighs 5. This weighs 3. This weighs 4. 2? 2. You can go... range. See if we can get anything better. Nope. The splint? Can the splint go? Ooh, the splint can go. Fog mask in... I don't really know. I don't think we can cut weight any other way. I think we're entirely... Oh, it's the pants. Go pantsless. It was one of the earliest suggestions on the stream. I've just taken 4-7. Put some pants in there. Can't really do it. Let's just hope. Let's just run and hope. Oh boy, why do you stop running? Yee! Fog is fast. Oh, that is good. Whoa, whoa, why do we have Fogmen teleporting? Just swimming like dolphins through the sand. So I realize it's easier to say kind of life over property when you've got 60,000 cats, but honestly, you can always make cats. Never ever mine in your solo Ironman. Maintain some dignity and self-respect, and never ever 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 mine copper unless you're doing it to refine it because you're trying to be self-sufficient. Don't mine it to sell it. You're bigger than that. I feel that scene with Fog chasing you needs a cutscene. You might wonder how I got here. I think I've actually seen a couple of those, at least screenshots. You might be wondering how I got here. Wow. Yeah. Oh, it's only 4, 5, 6. They all turned off. Darken. I'm a simple man. I see Kenshi. I come. Hello. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. You play solo Ironman at all, Darken? Tell us about it. I want to hear about your solo Ironman game. Made it back to Mongrel. Safe and sound. The Khan survived. We're going to do some inventory maintenance once he gets healed up. Swing by a vendor to sell some gear. We have to see if we can purchase another backpack or at least go back and find the one we dropped. We've got some work to do here, but it starts with Sumo Khan healing up. While Sumo Khan heals up, I am going to take a bio. I will be right back. Okay. Back at it again. Let's get the camera back. Hello. Thank you, everybody, for waiting. Oh, I definitely should have had it on super fast forward. And that way, Sumo kind of be all healed up right now. Let's catch up on the chat here. Solo is going pretty good so far. I've done pretty much everything about today 540. About today 540. Damn. That is an insanely dedicated solo game. I'm trying to do a hyper solo Ironman with the missing arm start. It was really hard at first and had to restart 5 times to sink my way to the next town without dying. You make it look so easy. Boz, the Khan is back. The Khan is back. Solo hivers can be pretty fun. The low food requirement makes the early game, it makes it a lot different than some of the other races. Kind of the same way the skeleton makes the early game a lot different. Wow, Beep survived. Good on ya. Good on ya. Didn't think he'd make it, the little fella. Saved him from some bogmen earlier. Wow, there's a bounty on this dude. Can I just attack him if there's a bounty on him? Take a seat, Outlander. You're gonna be here a while. I smell a lecture coming. I'm leaving. Stuck? Why can't you leave? The death yards, Drifter. You'd have to be out of your mind to set foot in those cursed valleys. I came here to escape prison, but it turns out this is just a prison in another disguise, more hellish than the last. What do you think these guys eat? How about you escape here? With me. What? What? Oh, escape here. With me. I put the wrong emphasis on the wrong word. What's so bad about the death yard? What's so bad about the death yards? People who survive the death yard, they don't talk about the death yard. I ain't going back out there, and I suggest you don't neither. Well, I can't. Good luck sitting it out here, then. Nobody leaves Mongrel, Outlander. This guy, he seems super, super duper sad. Dark and Light. My favorite is all Shek. One of my best playthroughs. He's still going. Like, I can't kill him. I've tried actively to kill this solo. It's Onyx, and he's the Steel Shek. He's self-peeled. He's unstoppable. He eats cleansers for fun. He took on Ponk and Screamer and their whole tower. It was insane. My best solo playthrough ever. I would say Sumo Khan is probably one of my most fun solo playthroughs. But I had a Shek who was definitely the strongest, hands down. Alright, it's been an hour and 40 minutes. I try to like to keep Sumo Khan streams to a little over 2 hours. So what we're going to do is we're going to set a goal. I like to leave an area, and I like to end up at the destination we're going to start the next Sumo Khan story at. So I think the whole purpose of this, right, has been to make our way kind of... We've been doing a lap. If you've caught all the Sumo Khan streams, we started in the hub. Let's do a bit of a recap here, actually. I'm gonna hit a move path here. I want to head down into the hives. That's kind of my next destination. So we're gonna head that way. And while we head that way, we're gonna go over the map. A little bit of history of Sumo Khan for those of you just hopping into the stream and the story now. The past 9 streams. So Sumo Khan started in the hub. It was a wanderer start, and he moved his way through Shek territory. He went down through the swamps, down through Clownsteady, Drifter's Last. He's kind of visited this peninsula, survived beak things, survived blood spiders. You know, he's been captured, beaten, almost eaten, bitten a bunch of times by creatures that want to eat him. He's been down through the slave markets, kind of outlawed himself to the Empire for a short time. Bought the Southern Hive. He's gone up through the swamps, Flats Lagoon. You know, braved the Reavers on his way through Brink and Black Scratch. Avoided the beak things of Gut. And purchased at least one house in the United Cities. I can't remember if it's in Hangheft or Stoat. Survived the cannibals on Darkfinger. Been through World's End, the swamps, Obedience, now the Foglands. And my plan with Sumo Khan is to... So, right from the start, his whole goal is to establish himself as the kind of the authority on the continent of Kenshi, and that means taking out everybody who's big time and important, and making sure he is seen everywhere all the time. So my plan is to just keep doing laps of the continent with Sumo Khan. We're gonna hit every bounty, or attempt every bounty as he goes, right? So we've already kind of been down this way. We're gonna hit the High Village again after we leave the Foglands, make our way into Shek territory, check some of these bounties. I can't remember if I got Flying Bull. I think I got Flying Bull. If I didn't, we're gonna nab Flying Bull if we can. I'm pretty sure I got the Leader of the Exiles. Dora the Explorer. We're gonna get her if we didn't, though. And just keep making his way down. Get the Red Bandit leader, the Red Saber leader down here. Maybe take out the Dust King. Start knocking off some bounties. So to get that started, we're going to leave the Foglands and head into Vane, where the High Villages are. I'm kind of sad we didn't find any Fog Princes. But he did get captured and escape. And kind of got to see the strength of the Fogmen down here. Bit eye-opening for Sumo Khan. I mean, their numbers were insane when I got dragged to that one pillar. But that's the plan right now. Ooh, we got a soldier here. Maybe we can get a prince out of this. A big heavy. So normally these guys are following princes and stuff, right? Where do we think he's going? Ooh, nope. I don't want to go that far. Devane. A beak thing nest would also be a very welcome surprise. Dark and Light asks, who is your favorite NPC recruitable? Infinite Wing Wang. Based solely on his name. I also really like Chad, actually. If you can go find Chad, he's an awesome recruit as well. Oh, good luck in there, guys. I like the look change though, subtle. The hat from the fog mask. Dreg. I don't know that you spend too much time in Dreg ever. Like when do you spend time in kind of this in between? What is even in here? I want to check it out. Cannibal? Are you kidding me? There's cannibals here? What? Wow, I had no idea this area was filled with scrawny cannibals. I've got an uncomfortable amount of hours in this game. And I really couldn't have told you off the top of my head that there were scrawny cannibals here. I really hope this is from a mod. But I mean, really, who comes here? Who spends any time in here? There's no towns. I don't think there's any ruins. I mean, now I'm curious. This is insane. This is something new. I mean, it's not that new, but it shouldn't be new. Just destroying arms of tiny people with their faces painted. Kind of like Captain Hook, and these are the Lost Boys. Sumo Hook. I mean, this is going to be awesome for hackers. Not that awesome. It's not going up that quickly. Scrawny cannibals, nomads, and hivers are in Dreg, at least in vanilla. Who spends time here? What? Like, why would you even spend any time here? There had better be something amazing in Dreg. Groundbreaking. Otherwise, what is the reason? Is it awesome land for building a town or something? I mean, I can see that. Kind of populate Dreg a little bit. Who taxes you if you set up in Dreg? I bet you it's the Holy Nation. Wow, this is crazy. I actually don't think I've ever explored Dreg that thoroughly. These might be screeching bandits. These are hungry bandits. Oh no, hungry people. Who are they fighting though? Are they fighting... Nah, they're just fighting escaped servants. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't seem to be worth the trouble. There have been some pretty intense moments, though, with Sumo Khan, especially early game in the United Cities. The skimmers. Oh, man, the skimmers. There were some and the sand ninjas. Where are we going here? Okay. AdMag? Do we try for AdMag? So if I can get to the way station, maybe straight for the way station. Oh, is this a bandit camp? Sweet. Oh, it's a cannibal camp. Oh, well, a bed's a bed. Let's have a little nap here and hope we don't get eaten alive in our sleep. There actually aren't too many mods at all. Really, this game is extremely close to vanilla in terms of enemies and new NPCs. I don't know that there are new NPCs, actually. There may be one or two. The mod list is actually... I linked my Steam mod list for this game on every other stream. I need to add it to this one in the description. I forgot to. But you can check out the mods. I don't think there's anything... I don't think there's anything that would alter the population or like the demographics of an area. Oh wow, I bet you this thing's really good for raising hackers. Fighting gorillas early game, terrifying. I mean, even late game they can be a nuisance if there's enough of them. That's one I'd like to try, is the great white gorilla. See if I can go fight him alone. I probably can't do it yet. I'm pretty sure he knocked the shit out of my Shek character, Onyx, who was amazingly strong at the time. Oh, wow, I wish that injured limbs actually affected animals. I think we might catch a nap here in one of these hive villages. Oh, are these traders? Nice. Western Hive traders. Perfect timing, really. If I can lead an army of beak things here, that would be best case scenario. Which one of these buildings is the store? So sad that I had to ditch the other no dash and the backpack filled with steel plates. Those would have been good. They would have been good to keep. Wanted Tin Fist, wanted Bugmaster. Two big targets for this solo Ironman game. Animal skin, is that what I need to make a scrap tent? Yes, perfect. Okay. Awesome. Adding that to the kit full time. And these beds suck, but that's all we've got. Don't worry about that gorilla. $52's good? $52's good. We can survive with 52 left arm. To get to Ad Mag. Oh wow, this rain? It does something visually. It makes it very hard to see everything. Check guards or 100 Guardian. Nice. I bet you there's a couple 100 Guardians in there. I don't know, just 2 it looks like. So if you ally with the Shek, you can just recruit these squads, right? So I think if you ally with any faction, that you can just recruit squads of them. I've done it with the Holy Nation and the Shek, and you can do it with the United Cities as well. I don't know if you can do it with the anti-slavers or not. I really don't think they have squads that patrol. I'm sure there's mods out there that have world state changes that the anti-slavers will take over certain, you know, certain cities if you kill everybody in them, sort of thing. But I do not know for sure if they get patrols that are worth having. I mean, if there were patrols of skeleton martial artists, that'd be insane. The pudgy flat skin amuses me. I'm not pudgy. Sumo Khan is not pudgy. He's just big boned. He's just, you know, he's Sumo Khan. I might have to throw hands. This guy might catch some hands. Can't just come at Sumo Khan like that. They work like mercs, but you don't recruit them. Yeah, exactly. You can recruit them, but they work like... Oh, wait. The anti-slavers, are you saying, work like mercs? Like, you actually still have to hire them? Because that would be lame. Oh, location already known. So this is another thing. Every single one of my playthroughs, I know you can just get a mod that preloads the map for you, but I like to fill out the map every single time, brand new. Just for fun, kind of relearning everything all over again. Hit all those. Hit M. And see what we have added to the map. So we added a way station, a swamp village that we didn't have, and a ruin. Now, I think this island, for some reason, is filled with iron spiders. I don't remember if that's that island or this island. One of these islands filled with giant spiders. And did I get anything else? No. Playing the game from this angle all the time, and this zoomed in kind of reminds me of like an isometric RPG. You know, where you've got a little bit of camera control, but you're largely kind of still zoomed in on your character. This is one of my favorite angles, like camera angles, to play Kenshi from. If you don't mind doing a little camera navigation. So let's see if I can make my way down to Shark without too much trouble. Ooh, actually, you know what? I might pull in at this swamp village. I am super surprised that we haven't seen anything. This has got to be the deadest, the most dead route in Kenshi, through Dreg and down through here. I'm running into the swamp just to see if we can find some blood spiders or something. Something to put the Khan's life in a little bit of peril. What do you figure these are? Giant sea urchins? Maybe we're really tiny. Kenshi's not a desolate moon. It's like a backyard in Arizona. So I don't know what these warnings are. There must be some kind of mod conflict. Maybe something's activated that I don't know about. Ooh, or more likely I loaded up this game with another mod running for another save. Ooh, we're gonna have to figure that out. I may have to import this game, leave all NPCs dead, and bring it back to kind of an original state with its mods. Who are you? Jack Warrior. I was really hoping I could fight him. Way station, exile camp, swamp village. Oh, the exile camp. There's a ton of people down there. So this is where we can actually find out if Dora the Explorer is alive. Tora the Fearless. And the camp looks positively ransacked. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm whoa. Czech warriors. Really? This is pretty far out for them. I'm wrapping up here. We're headed to the swamp. We're coming up on 2 hours. Pretty eventful stream. Fighting in the Foglands. Ango with 3 skeleton samurai warriors on the way to the Armor King. Slave mongers down there. We could wreck them just as a farewell fight. But pretty eventful stream. Got some new armor. Came back, tried to put a dent in the Foglands. Couldn't. And full circle, we're coming right back to the swamps. Sumo's Bayou. And I think the next time I stream Sumo Khan, we're sticking in the swamps. We're clearing the swamp ruins. We're destroying the red sabers. The answer here is to get a desert saber, an exotic saber, to do extra damage, like 100% extra damage to spiders. I think that's the answer for the swamps. Something. Osbald says, so I did the game the way you recommended. I was only allowed to recruit Holy Nation outlaws by saving Fogmen captives. I ended up with more than 20 on day 50. That's insane. That's insane. That is dedication to the rescue. What an awesome, that's awesome. See, I'd want to watch that. Anyways, this is where we are going to park Sumo Khan for the end of this stream. I don't know if I own one of these swamp houses. I must actually, because I'm getting the swamp village. Yes, I do own this one. I'm getting the swamp village information over here, whether it's open to the public, has research power, etc. Sumo Khan has a swamp hut. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. So, we're gonna park the Khan here at the Swamp Village. A quick recap of everything we did this stream. Started in the Foglands, went out, explored whether or not the loot bag was still there from a previous stream. It was not. Made our way north past Obedience, past the ruined Holy Outpost, ran from hordes and hordes of fogmen that were trying to rip our legs off and eat us. A brief foray through the swamp, checked out some flying robots, fought a trio of skeletal samurai, visited the Armor King, bought some of his extremely famous gear, made our way back into the Foglands after Sumo Khan realized he could not affect a big enough change at his current skill level in the Foglands. He decided to head south, kind of full circle to where he began his journey, and try his hand again at some bounties down in the border zone, down in the swamps. Thanks everybody for hanging out, and I hope to see you again. If you're watching this later, thanks for checking it out. Please leave a comment and let me know what you think. Let me know what kind of stuff you want to see the Khan get himself into, or anything else you want to see in the stream. So take it easy, guys, and thanks for hanging out again.